Bill Dawson with the Franklin Park Conservatory, and today we're doing a little distance learning from my garden. And I'm going to talk about how to plant an easy, early spring garden. Out here, this 4x4 bed, we're going to grow quite a bit of produce in it. So I've set it out thinking about the measurements and how big the plants are going to get. So I've got cabbage in the corner. I'm going to put 2 rows of lettuce down the middle. I'm going to plant peas vertically on this trellis here. And then of course some Swiss chard. It's going to look beautiful, edible, and on both sides there. So let me get started on this side. We'll go around, and so I pulled this cabbage. This is a nice green cabbage. It'll be ready in about 50 days. And if you take a look at the roots, it's been growing in that pot for a little while, starting to circle. So I'm going to tickle the roots or ruffle the roots a little bit, and that's going to get it growing out into the soil that we prepared here. I've got some granular organic fertilizer on top, and that's going to mix in as I plant. And we've added some organic matter, some new garden soil. We've worked it up so it's really nice. So it's super easy to plant. Dig a hole the same depth that the plant was growing in the pot. Push your soil around, press it in. Always give it some love. That just means press it down, firm it down, good root to soil contact. And there you go. That cabbage is planted, and in 50 days you're going to have, this cabbage is going to be about this big. So we're trying to make the best, use the space the best way we can. So Swiss chard back here will grow to about this tall, and big leaves out here, but we'll constantly be harvesting and picking leaves off. Then behind these tomato cages, this is where my tomatoes will go after all danger of frost is gone, around somewhere between May 1st and May 15th here in central Ohio. So the kale, again, very easy. Check the roots, give them a little tickle. Remember where you had it. Plant a nice little hole, set it in, push the soil around, incorporating some of that fertilizer in, and give it some love. And that's in. That's good to go. So we've got good spacing now, and we're going to give it lots of space to grow. We're going to be harvesting off of this, pretty regularly. So we've got a row of lettuce there. That's a nice butter crunch. This is a romaine. So again, it's going to grow a little upright. You can see those roots. They're circling around. We're going to make sure and tickle those before we put them in. We've got those 2 rows, and I think I can squeeze in this kale right here in between those, because that kale is going to get pretty tall. We're going to be harvesting the lettuce pretty constantly. So we're going to pop that right in the center. Pick it out, not too many roots to ruffle. Plant that in, give it some love, firm it in, and that's good to go. We're going to come around the other side, get our rows of lettuce in. Little tickle. I'm just going to use my fingers for these. Very easy. Spacing them out, giving them a bit of room to grow. Pressing it in. And here. And then on this back side, as I said, I've got some sugar snap peas. These are going to be so delicious as they grow. They're going to grow vertically. They love the cool weather. So I've got these spaced out a couple inches apart, and I'm just going to push them in about 1 inch. Push each one about 1 inch, and they're going to grow right up this trellis here. Got our peas in. Push those in. The fertilizer's falling into the holes. Space those out. We've got a row of peas right there that's going to fill this up. Our second row of lettuce. This is that romaine. It's going to grow tall and delicious. Got that. So 2 rows of lettuce. Darby, are you helping today? Not much. We've got cabbage. You like cabbage? Okay. We're going to pop that in the corner. Not only is this going to be productive, this is going to be a beautiful garden with that big head of cabbage, those fine rows of lettuce, the other cabbage on the other side, matching them up with the Swiss chard. Got that in. Get our label right there. And we have just put together pretty and productive spring garden. We're right about April here in central Ohio, and this is going to start producing. I'll be able to start eating these leaves in a week or so. The rest of it is just going to keep coming on, producing. And then actually as we get into summer and the lettuces, it's too hot for the lettuces, I'll be able to put an eggplant or a couple pepper plants in here later on. Really make the best use of this garden. So I'll have my 2 heirloom tomatoes on either side. Once the peas are done, I'm most likely going to grow beans, pole beans, up on this trellis. So I'm going to have a very productive 4 by 4 foot garden right here. And we'll watch the progress of this as it goes along. But thanks for spending time with me today. From my garden to yours, this is Bill Dawson for the Franklin Park Conservatory and Botanical Garden.